only I will be beginning, and we will be discussing few things. So anyone would like to share, as I asked कि हमने like what was the crucial lesson which was being discussed in the last session, where the episode was discussed, where a conversation happened between Kekai and Manthra which lead to a particular episode जहाँ पर हम आज like आगे बढ़ने वाले हैं. From there we are going to learn nice things. So anyone would like to share at least one thing which was helpful from the last session? Okay, I think let me also, from my side, I will begin. So as everyone of us know something about Ramayana, so before going into that Ramayana, I would like to begin with one small story. So एक simple सा story है, but hope it will help us to learn some few things. So this is a story about Thomas Edison. So the great inventor Thomas Edison. So it is 10th of December 1914 in New Jersey, USA. So what happened, out of sudden there were some huge fire which caught the factories owned by Thomas Edison. Like there was a particular area in which fire started, and all of his factories which he has built throughout his whole life with a lot of effort, endeavors, with all of his intelligence, so that were like set under fire. So he did lot of effort that कि किसी तरह से like fire can be removed, and he called fire brigade also. He did all of the effort, but after that he understood that the fire is out of control only. The fire is so huge that it cannot be controlled. Like there were 10 people, like jeeps or of fire brigade, they are trying to put the fire off, but it was so uncontrollable that it was not leaving aside anything. So at that point of time, this Thomas Edison, he was just looking and just wondering at the fire, and then his son was standing there. So he told his son that, Charles, please call your mother and your friends and let them see this wonderful fire. They might not see this huge fire in their whole life, so let them get the opportunity to see this huge humongous fire. So the son was surprised that how my father is responding to this situation. He told to his father that, Father, this was result of all the hard work which you have done throughout your life, and this is being burnt to fire. All these factories are being burnt to fire. Then Thomas Edison replied that, actually, along with the factory, all the mistakes which we committed in making the various things within this factory are also being burnt to fire. So, and we will start again new. Again, I am 67 years old, but I will start again afresh, everything from tomorrow again. So even amidst difficult situation, he was able to see some opportunity to not repeat those mistakes which he has committed. So this was a response of a person who was calm and composed. Similarly, Lord Ramchandra is the epitome of such a calm and composed personality who will teach us how to respond to criticism, how to respond to situations which are so adverse in our life, like that. So हमारी life में भी, like, we face various situations, and the situation which came in the life of Lord Ramchandra was like a person is just being promoted to new position. A person is going to get promotion, and the day before his promotion, something which happened out of the error of other colleagues, and he has to pay for that, and he's, what to speak of promotion, he's just taken out from the company because of mistake of other fellows. So this is like a person is going to become a king, and then he's being asked to leave to forest for 14 years without any mistake. So in such a situation, how great personalities respond to such difficult situations is something we can learn a lot of lessons from. So I hope this is the background. So of this whole episode, so the episode is well set when Kekai has asked two boons from Dashrath Maharaj on the crooked advice of Mantra that both of that Bharat should become the king in place of Lord Ramchandra, and Lord Ramchandra should be banished for exile for 14 years. So this was the situation. And the next day, when the coronation of Lord Ram has to happen, in the morning he's going to meet his father, and in the way only he met Kekai, and she only told all the story to him what has happened. And from this point of time, we will see what kind of response Lord Ramchandra gave. So see, for all of us, the lesson is that in our life also we face various situations, and scriptures tell when we should fight a war and when we have to respond in a different way. Scriptures are not one-sided. That scriptures will always teach us that we have to be like we have to be very humble. We don't talk about our own uh, like our own side. We just become say whatever other person say. This is not what scriptures teach us. Scriptures teach us the situations in which we should respond with love and the situations in which we have to fight, like that. So scriptures talk about Mahabharata also. The Mahabharata happened between the members of the same family. The Pandavas and Kauravas, they belong to the same family, but there the biggest war, the biggest world war we can say happened of the whole between the two families from the same lineage. But here the situation is different. Lord Ramchandra responded to this situation in a different way. He did not intend it to create a war. So scriptures teach us what is the perfect way to deal in different situations, when we have to fight a war and when we have to step back and take a humble seat, a humble role, like that. So ये हम यहाँ पर देखेंगे कि in this particular situation, when it was a matter about the same family, Lord Ramchandra thought it is not wise to create any big shout about this situation, and the best solution would be to take a humble role. And how he dealt with the different people is just very magnificent way, that he spoke to different persons in a way to make their emotions very loving towards each other, to make the situation lighter. The situation which was worse, कि उनको king बनाया जा रहा है, but the situation is that now he has to go to exile, and now the way he is reacting we will be seeing. So let us move ahead to the scene where Lord Ramchandra is meeting Kekai. So before going into that, I wanted to just discuss little bit about the science of reaction or responding. The way we respond is also determined by the way we do most of the activities. Like अगर कोई व्यक्ति हमेशा सभी decisions में he is very aggressive, he is not like very calculative, he is not analyzing various things, and he just quickly gives response without thinking so much. So in difficult situation also he will respond in a way which may not be the perfect to that. But a person who reacts to situation after analyzing the various consequences and in a calm and composed way, he give the response. That response would be best, even though the response would be that I want to fight a war, but the response has to be taken, or the decision has to be taken after analyzing all the facts, like that. So here it is from Bhagavad Gita. The scriptures or Bhagavad Gita tells that when we take any decision or when we respond to a certain situation without concern for violence to others, without concern for distress to others, then that response is not the best of the response in any situation. That response is said to be in the mode of ignorance. There are three modes: mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So mode of goodness is one when we analyze the situation perfectly and then we take a particular decision And that decision may not be always that I don't want to move ahead, I don't want to fight, or I don't want to respond to my uh, I don't want to fight for my rights. That may not be the decision, but that decision is well thought upon. So we always have to take care of this thing, that whenever difficult situation comes, we have to analyze them, and then we have to take a particular decision, what I am going to do. The decision should not be in a hurry. If it is in a hurry, then it will not be best of the decisions in whatever sense we may try to analyze that. So this is the knowledge which Bhagavad Gita gives us. This is the knowledge which scriptures gives us. So he was being sent to exile. This is the situation we have seen in last session also. But here is one lesson for all of us, that one's greatness has to be estimated by one's ability to tolerate provoking situations. जो जितना महान व्यक्ति होगा वो उतने difficult situation में उतना अच्छा respond karega, like that. So in general terms also, I'm just speaking for the sake of example, like in terms of cricket also, if for any sports, let us say, just giving an example of cricket. So like MS Dhoni, or Dhoni was one player who was being recognized very much, that he is very captain cool, like that, because although he's aggressive as a batsman, but he takes decision in a very calm and composed way. He knows when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive. So that is the response in mode of goodness. From the journal life we can understand that kind of response. So similarly, all our responses have also be should also be in the mode of goodness, कि हम हर एक situation को analyze करें, we understand the pros and cons, and then we go ahead in a particular decision, like that. So the main lesson which all this episode is going to give us is that concern for others' distress minimizes our distress. So how Lord Ramchandra is worried for others' distress. He is not thinking about his own personal difficulties, what he is going to face, but for every person with whom he is going to talk about, he is going to deal with, he will try to understand their feelings, and based on that he will try to talk to them, जो अभी हम देखने वाले हैं आगे एपिसोड में. And it helps us when we are broad minded, when we are not just worried about our own things. At most of the times when we think about other persons also, what difficulties a person is going through, then we can be more broad minded, and then we can have better understanding of other person's views. Okay, so let us move ahead. So this is the first thing, when he's dealing with Lord Ramchandra is dealing with Kekai, mother Kekai. So yeah, so a crucial lesson is coming here. Trying to decrease the anger of those who have grievously wronged us requires a remarkably selfless level of heart. That Lord Ramchandra is not angry at Mother Kekai. He is not dealing in a way that you have ruined my life, you had made a decision that I was becoming a king and you have sent me to exile. What uh, difficulty have you created in my life? I don't want to talk to you. Normally अगर हमारे लाइफ में कुछ ऐसा होगा that some person behaves with us in such a like cruel way, we can say cruel hearted way, then we will not be very happy at that situation. But Ram is very accommodating. He's not dealing with her in a way that she's her enemy. So we will understand why, how a person can think that way. कैसा ऐसे हो सकता है कि हमारे साथ कोई व्यक्ति हमें दिख रहा है सामने से कि that a person is doing so much wrong for us, and we still have so broad heart that we can understand ke, no, he has concern for us and he's doing it out of certain reasons and out of certain situation. So how to develop that kind of point of view is something which scriptures tell us. So we will learn as we go ahead in this session. So Lord Ramchandra told Mother Kekai that I thought you always considered me your son, but now I understood you never thought me your son. So इस तरह का statement सुनकर like mother Kekai, she was ready to respond that no, she was thinking that what I will tell, he has become angry with me. But what Lord Ramchandra told later is something very amazing. So maybe if someone can help me read out this, especially the second sentence. Maybe Deepak आप पढ़ेंगे, Deepak ji, the second sentence here, second asterisk point.
Sure, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. If you had accepted me as your son, you would have directly asked me the kingdom instead of having to go through my father.
Yeah, thank you. So उन्होंने कहा that if you would have accepted me your son, what is the need to go through father and ask these two boons, and why to waste these two boons which you have you have got through lot of hard work, and you could have used them later. You could have directly come to me, asked me that Ram, please go to exile and I want Bharat to become the king. I would have happily accepted, because you are my mother. I accept you as my mother and equal to my mother. I don't have any concerns like that. So this is something very huge. uh, I don't think we can do it very quickly. Like we can even appreciate what Lord Ramchandra has done. हमारे लिए ये व्यवहार समझना ही एक like आश्चर्य है, that how he's being dealing in such a way that a person who has been so cruel to him, and he's saying that you would have directly come to me, what is the need to go through father? So this is something which is real love, real selfless love, that he's worried for Kekai, whatever she wants, because she is like my mother, or she is equivalent to my mother. Whatever mother asks for us also, like all of us also, like for me, my mother, whatever my mother would say, it will be very easy for me to accept. Even it may be a difficult thing, and for some people who have children, if their children they say something that you mother or father please do this, they would be very happy to accept this. So he is telling that our relation is so strong that you need not to go through a formal method. That this is something like in office we send some mails to the seniors, and there is some formal way of communication. So Lord Ramchandra said that you need not to have a formal communication. You would have directly communicated to me on Teams chat, and I would have already accepted that without going through so much of botheration and creating so much trouble for father and all. So this is something which Lord Ramchandra is teaching us, that we can be so selfless like that. But how to do that is something we need to learn from the scriptures, and why to do that even. हम ऐसा करें ही क्यों, ऐसा हमारे अंदर इमोशन होने ही क्यों चाहिए, we will learn as we move ahead. So I hope we are clear till this point of time, and I hope uh, things are also understandable what we are discussing. So the next is, this is very again very difficult thing to understand, but can be understood from some real life examples. With Dashrath Maharaj, how Lord Ramchandra dealt is also very amazing. So maybe someone can read it. Ayush, आप पढ़ेंगे इसको? Ayush,
Yeah.
yeah.
I consider going to the forest to honor your words a privilege, and I don't want to delay it even for a moment.
Yeah. So thank you. So Lord Ramchandra said to Dashrath Maharaj that Dashrath Maharaj told that I have made such a harsh decision, I have created so many troubles for you. But Lord Ramchandra said, don't worry, this is something which is giving me happiness, because I accept you as my father, or you are my father anyways, and I would like to love to do anything. जैसे हम बोलते हैं, like I would love to sacrifice anything for you like that. And it is something, it is like a privilege for me that my names will be written in history, that such was a son, that he would be able to do anything for his father. मतलब example would be given कि इतने महान व्यक्ति हैं कि उन्होंने अपने father की इच्छा को पूरा करने के लिए he went to so much extent, to took so much personal pain for the desire of his father. So like that. But actually speaking, real emotion here is another thing to deal about this is that Lord Ramchandra was trying to show another thing, that Dashrath Maharaj wanting that Lord Ramchandra should stay here some more time and he should not be going. But Lord Ramchandra wanted to show that if I will be staying here, Mother Kekai will be very angry that why even after he is given exile, he is still staying here, he is not going, and she will be in anxiety, and she will be also giving anxiety to Dashrath Maharaj. So Lord Ramchandra did not wanted that such situation should be created, that I am giving more anxiety to Mother Kekai and Dashrath Maharaj. So he immediately thought that let me go immediately to the forest. So the lesson which is being taught here is keeping our emotions within our heart is a testimony to our love. So like sometimes we need to keep our emotions within our heart for the better thing of our loved ones. Just for giving an example, I would like to tell, like I have one experience in my life. Like when I was going to study to Kota, like for preparation of my JE exam. So my parents, they were having a lot of difficulty, like emotions. First time I am going out of the town, and what happened worst, my health was spoiled. Like when I came back on Diwali, after the brief stay there, my health was so bad, I was admitted sometime, and they did not wanted that that I should go again. मतलब वो नहीं चाहते थे बिल्कुल भी, seeing my condition that he is so sick, but seeing the future that if he is like able to stay there and able to study nicely, his future will be well settled. So they controlled their emotion, and they did not spoke this thing to me. And later on, when I was placed in NIT and I got admitted there, then they told that we were very much pained. So this I have seen, and you know, most of our life we would have seen कि हमारे life में भी ऐसा होता है कि parents हमें बहुत बार अपने emotions को control करते हैं just to do something better for their children, and also vice versa, children also do something for the parents. Similarly, this thing can be understood that Lord Ramchandra tried to conceal his emotion. He was also feeling pain of separation from Dashrath Maharaj. He did not wanted to leave him in such a situation, but still to create a better situation and to hide his emotions, he went away, and to show to the world that love is not just about showing all the emotions, it is also sometime keeping our emotions inside us and then revealing them later on. So real love is not just about feelings, it is about how I can make the other person happy. Like that, how can I create a good situation for the loved one? So this is one simple lesson, or very nice lesson, which we can learn from here, from the teachings of Lord Ramchandra. So then the next person whom Lord Ramchandra met was the angry brother Lakshmana. So Lakshman is a very like angry young man kind of personality, and he has so much of love for Lord Ram. Actually, he became angry only because he has love for Lord Ram, not because he has any personal anger or enmity towards Mother Kekai or Dashrath Maharaj, but his love for Lord Ramchandra is greater than anything in this world. Like that. So हमारे लिए भी कभी ऐसे होता है कि अगर कोई एक व्यक्ति है, like there are some conflicts when two persons are there, two loved ones are there, but one person is there for whom we can do anything, then the other person, love for other person has to step back. तो हम उस दूसरे व्यक्ति के against भी like we speak and we go against that. So this is a situation for Lakshmana here. So the way he spoke that this our father Dashrath Maharaj, he has done a very big injustice to you. I want that you should remain the king, you should become the king, and I will fight anyone who will come in your path of becoming the king. I will be there to fight. Don't worry, I will be taking care of everyone. My arrows will shoot and they will kill anyone who is coming in the path of your coronation. But Lord Ramchandra did not wanted to create such a situation, such a scene between within the family के सभी लोग आपस में like they are fighting and having such a trouble. So Lord Ramchandra was not in the favor of creating such situation at that point of time, and he had love for, actually he had love for Dashrath Maharaj, Mother Kekai, and Bharat, which we have already discussed. So he had personally, he has no desire to become king also, and that way. So he tried to console Lakshmana, as we were discussing that response in the mode of goodness, कि कैसे भगवान राम जो हैं वो देख रहे हैं कि how well I can console Lakshmana, what can I do to make Lakshmana understand the position of Dashrath Maharaj and even Kekai also. So he spoke these particular sentences. So maybe like someone can read it. Maybe Manish ji, if you feel comfortable, can you read this?
I saw that our father was overwhelmed by sorrow at my exile. He acted out of obligation, not infatuation, but he is bound by a promise that he had made to her.
Yeah, thank you. So he's trying to explain to Lakshman that he was also not willing to take such a situation. Dashrath Maharaj was also himself not willing to take such a decision, but he is obliged, like, because he has made those promises and now he is bound to fulfill those promises. And more over that, our kingdom is known as Raghukul. Matlab the whole dynasty is known as Raghukul, and Raghukul is famous for a particular thing. If you know in Hindi, Raghukul Reet Sada chali aayi, pran jaye par vachan na jaye. So this is what Lord Ramchandra told to him, that the famous thing in our kingdom or in our dynasty is that we don't speak lies. Whatever we have spoken, that will be fulfilled that way. So, and Lord Ramchandra told that it is a great opportunity for us to fulfill the desire of our father and make the name of our father imprinted in bold letters, that he has taken such a difficult decision when he did not wanted to make Bharata the king, or wanted to send Lord Ramchandra to exile. Even after his heartfelt desire to make Lord Ramchandra the king, he is sending him to exile because of the promise. So we can understand actually the love of Dashrath Maharaj for Lord Ram, when actually Vishwamitra Muni came to the court of Dashrath Maharaj, asking him to send Lakshman and Lord Ram with him to the forest. He felt unconscious. ऐसा बात सुनते ही दशरथ महाराज felt unconscious कि I cannot do that. He was shocked. Now he himself, जिस व्यक्ति को वो एक क्षण के लिए अपने से दूर रखने के लिए तैयार नहीं थे, especially to send him to the forest, now he is willingly sending him or giving the decision to send him to the forest for 14 years that way. So this is such a great decision or very hard decision actually for him. तो ये भरत लक्ष्मण जी को समझाने का प्रयास किया लॉर्ड रामचंद्र ने, and Lakshman was also able to understand. And then the anger of Lakshmana was turned toward Kekai, that she has become a hard-hearted lady. She is not feeling any emotions for our father, for us, nothing like that, which we have discussed in last session also, that her hard heart was not melting even for Lakshman, for like Lord Ramchandra, for Dashrath Maharaj, even for Mother Sita, no one else like that. So then Lord Ramchandra is saying a very nice statement, that actually, if you remember, her love had been like the flow of Ganges in our childhood till now. कभी भी ऐसा समय नहीं हुआ है that she was not loving us. She was always loving, caring, and I never felt that she is my stepmother. She is equivalent to my mother only. But now there has been such an inconceivable change in her mood, that now I'm able to understand that this is the will of destiny. This is the will of providence, which is being enacted through her. So हमारे लाइफ में भी कभी कभी ऐसे चीजें होते हैं that we do not understand why it is happening and it should not happen. We become so much disturbed by certain situations that out of the blue some situation happen, that suddenly a person is getting a particular disease or some situation. So it is very difficult to understand those things, but we should have full faith that actually this is something we don't have much control upon. We should have faith on Lord and we should move ahead in our life, taking that thing to be the will of providence. Although it is very difficult, but still when we have no pathway to move ahead, we should accept that thing and move ahead rather than getting blocked at a particular position. कि ये मेरे साथ क्यों हुआ, and I am just stuck at a particular position rather than doing some effort to move ahead like that. So Lord Ramchandra is teaching this lesson, and this lesson has been taught in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna also in a very simple shloka which all of us knows. Karmanyaivaadhikarasya ma phaleshu kadachana ma karm phal heturbhur mate sango astu akarmani. So that we should do our duties without being, and but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. So we should not worry when a difficult situation come. We why it has come, what should I do in this particular situation, we should analyze that, but we should not become stuck at that point कि वहीं पर हम फंस जाएं किसी भी परिस्थिति में, अपने आप को बस पिटी कर दे रहे हैं कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ है, हमें क्या करना, मैंने क्या गलत किया, ऐसा करके हम परिस्थिति में फंस जाते हैं. That is not something the teaching of scriptures, not the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita teaches us that we perform our actions, and when some difficult situation come, we analyze those situation, we move ahead, and scriptures gives us the courage to do that way. Actually, by our own, it becomes very difficult when we are stuck, but scriptures gives us that faith that let us move ahead and get to the success like that. So now moving to the next point. So this is the dealing of Lord Ram with her own beloved mother, Mother Kaushalya. So she was very much tormented by this, by hearing all this situation कि ऐसा हो गया है, the son who is going to become the king is now being sent to the exile, the most loving son of everyone in the Ayodhya, especially he's son of Mother Kaushalya. So she was having so much love for Lord Ramchandra. So actually she has faced a lot of difficulties in her life. She was the first queen of Dashrath Maharaj, but there was no son being born out of her, and because of that there was no heir to the kingdom, and in lot of time has been spent in a difficult situation for her. वो बहुत परिस्थिति, बहुत समय तक वो कठिन स्थितियों से गुजरी when she has to face lot of insults from others also many times, because she was not able to give birth to a son who would be becoming the heir to the kingdom. But after a lot of austerities, after a lot of rituals and all, she gave birth to Ram, and now Ram is going to become the king. And most of the difficulties in her life, especially for Mother Kaushalya, has come because of Kekai. Because Kekai was the queen who was being loved very much by Dashrath Maharaj. Although Kaushalya was the eldest, and she should have been given more respect than anyone else, but that was not the position. Kekai was getting more respect than anyone else, any other queen, even more than Mother Kaushalya. So she has faced various difficulties, and now she was very happy in one sense that now her son is going to become the king. And it is not something very selfish that she is very selfish in that way. It is love only, that she is having love for his son Lord Ramchandra. Now she is very much broken apart by this decision of Dashrath Maharaj, and this foul play by Kekai, that she has done so wrong to us, so wrong to my son. So she was also not able to control her emotions. She said that I would like to go to forest with you, or I would like to die, something. I don't want to stay here at all. Now you will be going, I will be staying here, Bharat will be king, and Kekai already is having so many powers, and now his son will become the king. All the more she is going to control me, and she is going to create trouble for me. What is the point at all in staying here for me? To face so much of injustice, to face so many of difficulties, why should I stay here at all? So then Lord Ramchandra gave something, or told something to her which is most apt to being told to her that way. So maybe I think I would request someone to read, maybe Digvijay sir, uh, will you like to read?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So a wife The first duty is to stand by her husband's side through thick and thin.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Is my voice audible or is it breaking by any means? Can someone confirm my voice is audible now?
It is clear.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Yeah. So Lord Ramchandra told to Mother Kaushalya that now see that our father has been so much shattered by such harsh words of Mother Kekai, and now he did not want to maintain any relation with Kekai. He has already said to her that now I have fulfilled your boons, but I do not have any relationship with you furthermore. I want to break all your relationship, break all my relationship with you. Now he is in much need of love from someone. Now he is all alone. Now you are the person who should be there when he is in need. You should be there. He's in need of certain emotions, he's in need from care from you, so you should be there. And it is the duty of a wife to stand by her husband through all the difficult situations and all the good situations. So now a difficult situation is there, all the more you should be here to help her out, to help him out in taking care of him. So that is something very striking for Mother Kaushalya, and she agreed to stay there just for the sake of his uh, husband, or like Dashrath Maharaj. So the lesson which is coming out here is sticking by our loved ones in time of their distress is an enduring test of love. So ये हमने common saying सुना भी है कि सुख में सब साथी दुख में ना कोई. तो ऐसा इस वर्ल्ड का जर्नल प्रिंसिपल है that when we are in great need, there are few persons with us to take care of us. There are very few persons who will be there to help us out. But when we are prosperous, when we are prospering nicely, then even if you would have seen, when a person has become especially some big post, some IAS or IPS, or that way some good post, some influential position, some MP MLA, then different persons who do not have long relationship with them, they also try to come and take their help, that I am your so and so, please help me out. So this is the nature of this world, that when you are growing nicely, everyone will be there to kind of take your help. But when you are in need, there are very few who will be there. But those persons who will be there with you in all situations, especially in difficulties, those are the persons who we should value the most, because they have real love for us, they have real relationship with us. They are not the one who are just trying to exploit us, they are the one who really care for us, and we should be the one who should be caring for them. And this is what Lord Ramchandra is teaching here through his example to the teachings of to Mother Kaushalya, that you should be staying here with father and taking care of him in all the difficult situation. So that is how Lord Ramchandra is an exemplary person. He knows everything how to talk to a different person. We have seen in various personalities. Now the dealings with Mother Sita are also very amazing actually, which will be very difficult to find in this world at this point of time for most of the people actually. So Lord Ramchandra went to meet Mother Sita and told her that so and so this has happened, I am going to exile, and Bharat will be king here and you stay here, and but don't create a fuss here, that like don't praise me in just a minute, some I have to stop sharing. I think this thing is coming. Okay, annotation. Yeah, disable. How to do that? Disable annotation. Okay, fine. Yeah, sorry. So now Lord Ramchandra told to Mother Sita that I am going to forest. I have been banished for 14 years, and you should stay here, but don't create a difficulty here in the kingdom. Don't praise me in front of others, because I am not present, especially in front of Bharat Maharaj. Don't praise me so that a difficulty is not created in the scene. But Mother Sita told that no, no way, yeah, you are not going alone. I will also be going with you. But Lord Ramchandra was not agreeing that I am going to forest. I am not going to any other kingdom that I will stay. I have a palace already there. I have all facilities. You have been a queen and you have been a princess from your childhood. You have always stayed in big palaces, and now we are going to forest, and forest is a dangerous place. Forest mein to we do not know what we will eat. There is no fixed place for us to stay. There are so many wild animals, they will attack us. I am a kshatriya, I am a king, I have a big bow and I can fight, I shoot arrows, but it is very difficult for you. There will be thorns, it will hurt you very badly. So this was the argument from Lord Ram, that you should stay here, you should not go along with me, you should not even think of that. But Mother Sita, she was not very happy with that decision. She told that my father has told me to stay with you in all the situations. Wherever you are, that is the best place for me. So see here, Lord Ramchandra is not teaching the same thing to Mother Sita here. To Mother Kaushalya, he is telling that you should be, a wife's duty is to be with his husband. But for Mother Sita, he is not teaching that. He is not teaching that you should come with me, it is your duty. मैं तो difficulty में आया हूँ and you are my wife, so you should follow me, you should take care of me. He is not teaching that. On the other hand, he is teaching that you should stay here and you should take care of Mother Kaushalya and everyone here, because they also need your help. So, but in today's context, I am just thinking, if a person would have been there, he would just have said to his wife that, okay, now I am in a difficulty, I have to go to forest, so please let us move ahead, both of us will go to forest and then we will take care there, all the things. But this is not the scene here, because it is the legendary epic Ramayana, and these are the legendary characters, and he's himself the supreme personality, the epitome of the greatest personality in this whole creation, Lord Ramchandra. So his character is also the epitome of what we can see in this world, like that. So he's teaching to his wife that you should stay here, but Mother Sita was not happy. So she said that you are not very courageous, you don't have the courage to protect me, you are so coward. I never knew that my father has married me to such a person who has no courage to protect me. So now Lord Ramchandra was thinking that now her determination is very strong, she would like to stay with me, so let us take her also. So he told to her, okay, you can also come with me. So he is kind of testing her and testing the love, like that, in that way. So Mother Sita is telling that dangers of the forest will be a joy for me in your company. So this is the kind of love, real love, which we can see between two personalities which can exist. And this is the highest goal or the epitome of love we can understand, that when a person is totally selfless towards others and totally caring towards others. So now let's move ahead. So now dealing with other members of the other citizens, other fellow members who were there in the kingdom. So this is also something very special, that he's telling to all the courtiers that I see no cruelty in this. I see it only as an opportunity, that I have been banished. I have to go to forest for 14 years. So this is not a difficulty. This is only an opportunity. So as we have seen initially also, that Edison was telling that I see this as an opportunity to uncover all our mistakes, or to remove all the mistakes which we have committed in the past. So great personalities, whatever difficulty they face, they see that as an opportunity. They do not see that as something which is blocking their path to move ahead. So हमारी life में भी जो difficulties आते हैं, जो भी situations आते हैं, they help us to grow if we face them courageously, if we face them in a way when we are totally able to analyze the situation and take a decision in a calm and composed way rather than a hasty way. So every situation is there to teach us. Especially I see in just my like engineering career also, I can see that whenever a person is like facing any difficulty, when he's solving some problems, he's facing those difficulties, then he's able to learn more, he's able to grow more. Whenever some issues are there and he has to put some endeavor to solve those issues, then he grow very nicely. But when something is there already, a code is there well written and everyone is just doing this theoretical work, then there is no opportunity to grow. And it can be applied in all the fields. When difficult situation come, when difficult task come, we learn in that. So इसी तरह से यहाँ पर लॉर्ड रामचंद्र हमें बता रहे हैं that this I see as an opportunity to please my stepmother, that she will be happy that I have followed her and her son will be the king, so she will be very happy. And to make the name of my father very bright in the whole dynasty, that such is a great king who can do anything just to fulfill his promise. And also to make my brother also happy, who is very dear to me, Bharat. I do not consider him as an enemy, I consider him as my best of the friends or best of the loved one actually. And he was really, aap sab aage jante bhi hain that how Bharata came and then he went to Chitrakoot also to bring them back. So this way. And he also said that this is our opportunity to associate with the sages. Jo jitne bhi hame, we will go to the forest, and in forest there are many saintly people, so we will be able to get their association, we will be able to learn from them so many things. So this is something again which Lord Ramchandra is exemplifying, that converting inauspicious into auspicious, whatever may be the inauspicious situation, if we take some positive out of that, then we will not be unhappy in any situation in this life. But yes, this takes some effort, and this takes the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And this is one general principle from Bhagavad Gita I would like to share here, being told in all the dealings of Lord Ramchandra. So I would like to recite this shloka, it is very beautiful. Anudvegkaram vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat swadhyaya abhyasanam cheva vakamayam tap uchyate. So maybe someone can read it. Maybe um, Kiran ji, you would like to read it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So the meaning of this sloka, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Translation.
translation. Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. So this is from Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna is telling that what should be the way we should speak. What is the way we should speak to other people? So our words should be truthful. So Lord Ramchandra here is speaking truthful, pleasing, beneficial words and not agitating to others. Agitating means creating like confusion in others' mind and creating like kind of hastiness in others' mind, creating passion in others' mind. So he's not speaking anything to make other person angry or cruel towards others. So this is something which our speech, if it contains, then it becomes very beneficial for us in all the walks of our life. If our speech is truthful, pleasing and beneficial and not agitating to others, and also if we read Bhagavad Gita, if we recite the shloka of Bhagavad Gita, then also it helps us to refine our speech, to speak in a way which is pleasing and truthful also. So these days people speak pleasing way, some people speak pleasing way but not truthful, and some people are truthful but they are very harsh, they are not very pleasing, they do not speak anything which is beneficial and just agitate others. So we should not be in any of the zone for us to grow ahead in life and also to help others also to grow. If our speech is truthful, pleasing and beneficial and not agitating, then it is helping us and others also. But most of the time, if we see in our journal life, in our offices or different places, so some people are pleasing, they speak false things, like वो किसी को भी मक्खन लगाने के लिए they speak anything. But some people, they speak that I am a just truthful person, so whatever harsh reality is there, he will not try to think even a minute before speaking that, and he will speak in such a way. So we should not be in any of the zone. We should be in a zone that is truthful, pleasing, and beneficial. So this is the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, which if we implement in our life, it can help us a lot. So this is next, shifting our focus. So how we can develop such a personality, or how we can develop such a thought process like Lord Ramchandra? When we shift our focus, the more we speak about our sad plight, the more we become radiant of distress. So kuch log aise hote hain, like when some problems comes in some person life, a person is totally distressed, then he just always speaks about his difficulties, that ye mere life mein aisa ho raha hai and no one is respecting me, everyone is criticizing me, I have no income, I'm facing so many difficulties, and is not ready to take any decision, he is not ready to move ahead, he is not ready to do something about it. He's just speaking, he's just interested in speaking. So it is not like that कि हमें अपना difficulties share नहीं करना चाहिए. Our problems become uh, like reduced when we share with others, when we share with our real friends who can give us correct guidance. लेकिन share करने के बाद भी we need to act. It is not like just by speaking many things we can come out of the situation. So ऐसा है कि we should not become a radiant of distress. In this world, naturally we see everyone is in some difficulty, some or other difficulty. A person is suffering from bad health in many ways. Someone may be having a headache, someone may be having back pain, someone is having a bad stomach, and someone is having issue because he has to travel to office, some traffic jam. So many difficulties in this world, and children are not following, parents are creating trouble, so many difficulties can be there, but we need to do something about them. We just need to not need to just stick to them and always speak about our sad plight to everyone. So we can minimize our problems by shifting our focus from only from ourselves to others. जैसा यहाँ पर लॉर्ड रामचंद्र कर रहे हैं, he is not just thinking that, oh, I have been put into such a bad situation, what should I do now? Okay father, let me go to forest, you are saying that I will, and he just started crying. That would have been a worse situation. But now he is not into that mode. He is talking with everyone and creating happiness or creating something positive in others life only. And this something we can do when we are not very narrow minded, when we are just not thinking about ourselves. And what is that narrow mindedness can be removed by the teachings of Bhagavad Gita when we understand this crucial point. One very simple and crucial point which I have heard is that this life is not all in all. We have many lives. Like this is simple principle everyone knows in our from our tradition, that we do have reincarnation, and we will discuss about it in detail also scientifically how that can be understood. But the teachings of Bhagavad Gita says that this is not the only life we have. We have multiple lives. After this life we will have next life based on what we do in this life. So all these things, so इससे difficulty कैसे reduce हो सकता है, ये हम अगर सोचें ध्यान से, all the difficulties in this life are happening because people are not accepting God. In this world, the root cause of all problems is only three, which Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita: lust, anger, and greed. These are the three root causes. When we are working in any organization, we also, whenever some issues come, so we try to find the root cause. RCA, we say, root cause analysis. So Krishna has given the RCA for everything, every problem in this world. The root cause analysis of any problem in this world is only these three: lust, anger, greed. Whatever may be the problem in this world, like corruption problem is there, the politicians are corrupt, or maybe any government official or whatever, whoever is corrupt, the problem root cause is greed. There are so many crimes happening, people are murdering, people are doing so many wrong activities, so the root cause is anger. So in this world, today's world, there are fight about trivial method, like trivial things only. Kisi ke ghar pe, like if someone has said something simple words also, so people just fight violently, they try to do anything possible to others. So the root cause is anger. Then we see so many crimes being happening, especially for women these days, like so many rapes and etc. So many things are happening. The root cause is lust. So the root cause of any issue in this whole world has been given by Krishna as lust, anger, and greed. So if we, and this is coming because people think that this is the only life, let me enjoy, let me try to do whatever I want to do. People don't think that there is something higher, also higher, there is God existing, and we should not do wrong things. So simple is एक fact से अगर हम simple इतना, everyone in this world accepts that God is there, he is seeing all of us, whatever activity we are doing. People are not ready to accept it, and people are thinking that this is the only life, whatever I want to do I will do, and this is the misconception they are having. And after that they are trying to do whatever possible they can do, like people are killing, people are having hatred towards each other, because this is the only life. The conception is that कि यही life है, इसी life में whatever I have to achieve, I have to kill other, I have to do anything to others, I will do. So this wisdom of Gita help us to understand the root cause. So all the problems can be solved in this world at a individual, at a social or global level also, if we understand these root causes and try to work upon those root causes. And the best way to work upon those root causes is just we take shelter of Lord in our life and we try to help each other. We don't have a ill feeling, ill motivation, envy towards, jealousy towards others. If everyone accepts this principle of taking shelter of Lord in our life and acting in a way to be beneficial to others, then it can be really nice actually. So here we would like to end with all those lessons which we have discussed. So Hare Krishna. We would like to end for today. And if there are any comments, questions, or any clarifications, please, I would be very happy.